first and last name, please?
First name is Bob, B-O-B. Last name is Campbell, C-A-M-P-B-E-L-L.
So loud. Okay, give me 1 second.
Doing great.
I can spell that part.
If one of those big trucks go by, I might stop and re-ask a question.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
That's just why, so it's not live. Bob, what's your title?
Transportation Program Manager.
So some big changes to the Big Bend area. What's the biggest thing out here that people should know?
Well, I think one thing we shouldn't tell people, this is part of a bigger program. Last spring, our Board of County Commissioners, in addition to historically funding crosswalk guards for elementary schools, chose to also provide for the safety of kids at all middle schools by providing crossing guard and funding to the sheriff to provide those crossing guards. Right. Based upon that, the sheriff, Hillsborough County, and the Hillsborough County Public Schools worked together, identified for the 21 schools where improvements needed to be made, what improvements needed to be made through that particular school based upon the routing, the infrastructure, and those type of things. This is example one. This is the intersection of Covington Gardens Drive and Big Bend Road.
So when you guys came out here, I take it that you guys saw that there was more than just, you needed more than just sidewalks.
Absolutely. In this particular location, there's residential subdivisions down here. Mm-hmm. The people need to get the intersection, but once they got to the intersection, they needed a safe way to cross the intersection and get back and forth to school. So this particular project included new crosswalk markings, new sidewalk, new signals, and safe routes to school improvements along the old Big Bend Road at this location.
What are those black boxes called exactly?
It's called a blank out box. If you can see, it's black now. It's blanked out. When somebody pushes a PED button and going to cross the crosswalk, it comes on and says no turn on red.
Because I'm going to re-ask you that. Hold on.
Okay, because drivers are observing going into the pedestrian when they're supposed to yield. They're actually should yield to pedestrians. They're not doing it. So to overcome that driver behavior, we're going to put up a no right turn on red when someone's in a crosswalk.
It's quiet now. So what are those black boxes called?
It's called a blank out sign. It's blank right now, but when it becomes necessary to use, it'll light up and you'll see a turn arrow with a mark through it, no right turn.
You know, you guys really took on a lot of projects right now. Just talk to me about, you know, the importance of these and the fact that they're all coming into fruition. You know, it was a lot.
It's a lot of the work for the safety, but it's all about the safety of the pedestrians, the students, kids walking to school, and the crossing guards to provide for their protection. The sheriff wanted to make sure the crossing guards were safe and the kids were safe. So working with them, our engineering staff went out and looked at each of the sites where the sheriff determined the kids would be walking based upon observations, and we went out and taken actions, either putting in marked crosswalks, new handicap ramps, sidewalks, rapid flashing beacons, signs, those type of things to do that. Okay.
My only other question is, with school coming back next week, parents might feel like there's still unsafe areas. How do they reach out to you to get action done like this? Like, what do they need to be doing?
They need to go to our website, and
right.
You can key in the issue, and within 24 hours we'll get back with them and notice we received their request, and we will go out and do an investigation to see what can be done to address their concern.
Do you think that, you know, these parents just advocating for their kids, us doing stories, like really staying on top of it is what has led to so many changes within this short amount of time by school starts? I
think the big issue here was just the Board of County Commissioners going out and addressing the middle school safety in middle schools like they did for elementary schools. And this is all based upon getting the crashes down, the safety of pedestrians in the county. One of our drivers for all the road system in Hillsborough County is a policy called Vision Zero, in which we're trying to get the crashes down and rates down. This is one of the critical components of that Vision Zero program to address the middle schools to do that.
I'm gonna ask one more question. Bob, do you think that there's still more projects out there that need to be done to make sure that all kids have a safe route to school?
Well, this program here is more dealing with the crossing guards, not the Safe Routes to School program. Okay. The Safe Routes to School program encompasses a large area up to 2-mile radius. We're more or less working in the immediate zone of the school and taking actions where they're crossing in front of the school, the speed zone, those type things like that.